This is Michael Jordan reporting for JTA from UN headquarters in the serene Swiss city of Geneva. We're here for the Durban anti-racism event, and it's been a crazy 48 hours as diplomatic delegations rush to hammer out an agreement. But almost as complicated as trying to understand what's going on behind the scenes is just getting around the place. The UN compound in Geneva is a bewildering complex set on a hilltop overlooking Lake Geneva. Multiple buildings, countless entrances, elevator banks, stairwells, and miles of corridors that more often than not lead to dead ends.
No, that's not the way. That's for sure not the way.
We were hunting for a press conference with Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, an outspoken defender of Israel. We knew it was scheduled to be held in a library. What we didn't know was that the UN has two libraries. Naturally, we arrived at the wrong one.
You know, you go downstairs and you follow the corridor and go like past the
How about a
cafeteria.
popcorn trail?
Eventually, we figured out a shortcut.
Should we cross the grass? All right, let's make it quick. Come on!
I don't think they like you to walk on the grass in Switzerland.
Doesn't it smell great? You have a frisbee? Have your horseshoes? I'm now schwitzing my ass off and we're still lost. I don't know where this place is. I don't know if Dershowitz is going to wait for us. All right, I'm going to keep asking. By the time we found the right library, there was no sign of Dershowitz. How long ago did it wrap up?
No idea. It started at 11.
Ended
15 minutes ago or so?
15 minutes ago.
Instead, we interviewed Jan Lund, a lead NGO organizer, who complained that their activities at the conference had been marginalized because of pressure from certain forces.
There has been a very strong opposition from some NGO circles, some interest groups against the Durban Review Conference.
Would you like to, you have an opportunity to name them and shame them. Can you please do that?
That is not our main interest now.
Yeah, are you referring to Jewish groups? Are you referring to pro-Israel journalists or organizations?
I mean, you know this very well. I mean, because your media has been frequently reporting on criticism of the Durban Review Conference.
It's true that Jewish groups showed up in large numbers at Durban II, and some tried to expose it as a circus, causing many headaches for UN security. Watch here as Ami Horowitz, an American filmmaker working on a documentary criticizing the UN, sneaks up to the podium but is quickly expelled.
People have squandered the opportunity for all of you. This is a reverse example of what it was meant to be.
Given the polarized atmosphere, it's not surprising that some delegates were reluctant to talk to us. This gentleman, an Arab member of Israel's Knesset, accused us of being a Zionist front. This fellow suddenly had to rush to a meeting. Fortunately, not all groups represented at the conference saw us as part of a global conspiracy.
I'm a druid. Ancient druid. Racism was invented to justify colonialism.
Right?
You read the Zionist documents.
For example.
Just read them.
Oh, you mean the historical documents?
Yeah. I mean, they're racist something. They say this is our territory. You know, Israel from the Mediterranean to the Euphrates, etc. That's fucking racist.
I mean, some would say, well,
Zion-
this is territorial, so why is that an
obviously
anti-racism?
not. I personally know. I know many Jewish people.
Some of your best friends? No.
No, not best friends, but friends. No, but you know, they are very aware of this, and they don't like it either.
After all the excitement surrounding Mahmoud Ahmadinejad's speech on Monday, this Jewish woman was eager to correct misconceptions of life in Iran.
My name is Hasidim. We are living in Iran, the Jewish people population, or the Zoroastrian is more than 3,000 years, Jewish more than 2,050 years. Before Muslims, we were living in Iran. You see, we have a long history living in Iran. We have our synagogues, we have our prayers, we go to the synagogue in Shabbos, we keep all our festivals.
She also quelled over the respected Jewish doctors in Iran.
I'm working in a hospital. This hospital belongs to, it's built with the Jewish people, but all the patients, they come to this hospital, they are Muslim. No differential about the religion or ideas or anything. And mostly, I can say, we are living in peace together.
The conversation turned dicey, though, when we started talking politics with this Iranian law professor.
11th of September was not referred to Muslims at all. It was a kind of propaganda. Maybe some other, some years later, we will find that it was a kind of, what do we call it, a kind of propagation against Muslims. So it was not from Islam at all.
Finally, we got around to a subject Iranians now seem obsessed with: the Holocaust.
If you are referring to Holocaust, we have seen recently a new Holocaust in Gaza. Nobody says about that.
Do you deny the Holocaust?
I don't know. I'm not historian. If you want to boycott anyone that he thinks about the originality and the truth about that, it's very strange in the 21st century.
What remains a question, do you think, in the mind of the Iranian president or even yourself? What remains a question about the Holocaust?
The question is that, where was the Holocaust occur? In Europe. Who should pay the compensation? The Palestinians? No.
But those are two separate issues. Comments like that soon drew a crowd of young Jews and another Muslim activist. Heated debate broke out.
So why don't you go to Darfur and complain about that 500,000?
Why don't you put pressure on your government to take action?
I do. You don't know anything about us.
You don't know anything about me.
I know what you just said, that I supported Avigdor Lieberman.
I said you support the Israeli government.
I support Israelis.
You support the Zionist state of Israel.
I support Israelis.
Who are oppressing and genociding people in Gaza.
If you say that Israelis are the same thing as the government, that's like saying Gaza is the same thing as Hamas.
Yeah.
So if you say a Jew, just because I'm Jewish, that I support Israel, that I support the Israeli government, that's a very dangerous thing to say. Because that's like saying that every Palestinian supports Hamas, whose charter is to kill Jews and to kill Israelis and to wipe out the state of Israel.
Surprisingly, the debate wound up on a cordial note. Business cards were exchanged and promises made to continue the dialogue.
I mean, I don't think we should be yelling at each other.
I know, I don't either.
Which just goes to show you that the UN really can bring together diverse peoples, assuming, of course, that they can find each other. Better Google that when we get back. When we get back to the hotel room. Reporting from Geneva for JTA, this is Michael Jordan.